You could always smell the rain before it reached the alley. The television sounds always leaked into the alley at night. The fans never really stopped spinning during rainy season.
Tình ơi, sao em bỏ anh trong mưa, anh vẫn chờ em về.
Some people spent hours just sitting and listening to the rain. Some people spent hours just sitting and listening to the rain. The helmets used to drip for hours after people got home. Some children fell asleep long before their parents finished working.
The small food carts always felt warmer during heavy rain. The cats always found the warmest motorbikes after the rain.
Some movie shops stayed open even after the rain flooded the alley. People used to spend a lot more time just watching the rain. Some people only got to eat after the rain finally slowed down. People used to fix the antennas by hand whenever the rain ruined the signal. Some radios stayed on long after the whole alley went quiet.
Some coffee shops stayed open for people who didn't want the night to end yet.
The old televisions always looked brighter during rainy nights. The raincoats sometimes stayed wet until the next afternoon. The old clocks always sounded louder after midnight. Some kitchens stayed warm long before the morning arrived. You could smell fresh bread long before the city woke up. The alleys always felt strangely peaceful right before sunrise. The city usually woke up long before the sun appeared.
The school uniforms almost never dried completely during rainy season.
The first coffee of the morning always smelled stronger after rain. The mirrors fogged up almost every morning during rainy season.
The small alley markets always felt busiest after rainy nights.
Even broken umbrellas still had to survive another rainy season. The glass displays always fogged up before the busy hours started. Most apartment doors stayed open almost the entire day back then.
The ice melted almost as fast as people could buy drinks.
The comic pages always curled from the humidity during rainy season. People were always fixing something before the next rain came. Children always seemed happier whenever the alley flooded.
The power outages always felt strangely normal during big storms. The candles always made the alley feel strangely calmer during blackouts. People still sat together, even when the whole neighborhood lost power. You could hear the whole alley come back to life when the electricity returned. You always knew the power was fully back when the televisions came on again. The whole alley smelled like damp clothes after a long storm. The whole alley smelled like damp clothes after a long storm. The afternoons always felt slower after a big rainstorm. The alley never stayed completely quiet for very long. The alley always smelled strongest right before dinner time. Sometimes the whole alley watched the same television drama together.
People could usually tell another rain was coming just by the air.
The evening rain always made the alley lights look warmer.
Rain sounded different depending on what kind of roof was above you. Sometimes people sat quietly just to listen to the rain for a while.
You could hear someone singing karaoke almost every night back then. There was always one last customer before the night finally slowed down. The quietest moment usually came after everyone finally went home. You could tell how late it was by how few motorbikes were still outside. The alley lights always looked different after midnight rain. Even the alley cats knew which motorbike seats stayed warm the longest. Eventually, every light in the alley would disappear one by one. After midnight, the rain became the only thing still awake. After midnight, the rain became the only thing still awake.